man, I hadn't been on a bike in like 3 weeks. Like, I hadn't been on this one in like 4 or 5 weeks since I wrecked it doing that Ride-A-Map tribute. Of course, y'all don't know that because y'all don't see the videos like the week we shoot them. At least not always, sometimes you do. But you probably don't know this. Ned has a big backlog of stuff in case one of us gets sick or the bikes are both down. So y'all can still watch videos once or twice a week, even if we're not making them. And that backlog goes about 3 months back. So it's quite possible me and Ned both died like 3 months ago and y'all are still watching videos of me. Just saying. So today we are going to try something different. Y'all might have saw my social policy vlog last summer. I think we called it Solving All the Problems. And I basically promised that if I was king of the United States, I would issue a motorcycle to everybody when they turned 21. So y'all go check that out if you hadn't yet. And grab a picture of some buffaloes. Alright, I'll give y'all something to look at besides handlebars for a few minutes. And as I was saying, that video got more response than most videos. There seemed to be a lot of people interested in hearing about my social policy. So I thought I'd just lay out an entire political platform for y'all. But you know what else you can expect if you make me king of the United States. And we'll just make that a little bit serious. We'll just try to keep them short, and every once in a while throw one out if there's nothing else going on that week. And I don't know, maybe y'all like it, maybe y'all hate it. I don't really care. So let's just, on this first one, let's just get some basics down. Like, we got to have kind of like a fundamental structure set in place to make these things happen right when I'm king. So first things first, I don't really care much for, well, I don't really care much for any government, but I especially don't like the federal government. Not mainly just because it's big, and like the bigger the government, the worse. Because, well, you know, your amount of power as a citizen is you divided by the number of other voters. And if you have a federal government, then your power is way more diluted than if you had a state government or a county government. So first thing I gotta do is push some power back to the counties and the states, which I know seems a little bit backwards if you're king, but I'm gonna be a good king. So yeah, federal government, let's just say it's pretty much optional. States governments, we'll just start there for now. Maybe we'll get things more granular as we go, but federal government, that's optional. You don't got to participate in that if you don't want to. They can't tax you directly. Let's put it that way. They can tax your state, or they can charge your state services. So like federal services are like a la carte. You know, if you like the Department of Education, then your state can pay the federal government for Department of Education services and use them, and they can pay for that by taxing you. But the federal government can't force the Department of Education on you, or health care, or EPA, or any other crap. Do you think you don't need the FBI? You can do your own Colorado Bureau of Investigation, cover all that stuff just better? Then fine. You don't got to pay for the FBI. Now, you know, there's going to have to be a couple of exceptions. You know, I'm thinking the military, like, y'all got to buy in on that. You know, there's kind of a base charge for the plan. And that base charge will cover military and currency. And we're all going to have the same military, all the same currency. But, because, you know, my opinion, I kind of like the military. I think the military is the one thing this country does better than other countries. And all the folks that I've ever known in the military seem to be like really, really good people. So we're doing something right there. And until we're not, we're just going to leave that as is. But everything else, you know, it's a la carte. You know, like, think about this. y'all have like cable and satellite, doesn't it tick you off that you got to pay like 80 bucks a month for 140 channels and there's only like 15 that are actually any good that you care about? Now, everybody probably has a different 15, which is why that is that way, but it's a crappy way to do things. So, that's kind of what we do with the federal government. We all pay a whole bunch of money for a bunch of stuff that a lot of us don't really need and don't really like and don't really use. So, a la carte federal government. Let's start there. So y'all come back soon and we'll do another installment of Hermit for King. Over and out. I'm Hermit DaVlog and I approve of this message.